So my dear children, within this activity, now we are going to investigate how does the air currents are going to move in a cyclone or else a typhoon, right? So you know that these things are given with several names according to the area where it is going to happen. So usually these things are named as cyclones. So here now I have prepared the system in order to investigate about the air currents that's going to occur within a cyclone. So there are two bottles, and within one bottle you can observe that there are several paper stripes, a small bit of paper stripes, so that you can observe it very carefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to rotate this thing. So remember, when you're rotating, you have to give out a good rotation in here, right? Like this. And you have to turn it to the other side while you are rotating. Okay? Now let's turn it to the other side. So while doing that, remember to do like this. Now you can see the structure. See, just when you are turning it upside down, just make sure to give out a small bit of a push so that the air currents will rotate, or else the water current will rotate and go. Okay, so that's how the air currents are going to move within a cyclone. So we'll do it once more. So we'll do it to the other side now. Like this, and turn it down, then give out a push like this. See how the air currents are moving? This is the way that air currents are going to move. Okay, so I hope that you got the idea, my dear children. So it's going to circulate and going to travel towards the earth. So this is how the cyclones in a cyclone, this is how the air currents are going to move towards the earth. Right then. So I hope that you got the idea, my dear children. So let's head on to the classroom once more and we'll observe the other contents. So my dear children, within this activity, we're going to investigate how does the tectonic plates are going to move relative to each other, right? So to investigate that, I have with me a water container. So this is colored water, right? So there are, and again I have with me several rigiform surfaces, right? Cut it to small bit of pieces like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert these rigiform sheets, surfaces, onto the water like this. And my dear children, so these things are now indicating these surfaces are now, or else these sheets, rigiform sheets, are indicating, right, the tectonic plates. Okay, so I'll keep it in here somewhat extra, right? So now what we have to do is we need to gently move this thing, the container, so that the water will move. So we'll move it like this. So as you can see, upon the motion of water container, the water is going to move, and relative to that, you can see very clearly, right, the surfaces, rigiform surfaces are also going to move, or rigiform sheets are also going to move relative to it. So this is identical to the motion of the tectonic plates. So tectonic plates on our planet Earth is located like this, and there is magma, right? And upon the motion of magma like this, what will happen? the tectonic plates are going to move relative to each other. So that movement is identical to the motion of the tectonic plates or plate tectonics. So this is how the motion of the tectonic plates can be observed. Okay, it's mainly going to occur because of the motion of the magma contained within the mantle of the earth. Okay, right then. So this is how the tectonic plates are going to move, my dear children. So let's head on to the classroom once more and we'll investigate the other things contained in the lesson there. So my dear children, here now within this activity we'll be investigating how does the movements of tectonic plates will occur, right? So we're going to investigate especially the types of tectonic plates that we can identify by using this boiled egg. So this boiled egg is going to behave like our surface of the earth, right? Or else our planet earth. So the outer covering or else the outer eggshell, that's identical to the earth crust. Okay, it's identical to the earth crust. You know that our earth crust is has been separated into several tectonic plates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this and I'm going to crack this thing like this, so that it will create several cracks. So now we have cracks like this. So these cracks are now identical to the these cracks are now identical to the tectonic plates on our planet Earth. So I'll include a one in here also. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give out a small bit of a squeeze like this and turn it like this. Right, now let's see the margins. As you can see here, when you take this surface, my dear children, see here this surface has come up, right? So as you can see here, when I'm squeezing it, this surface has come up. See, this surface has come up. Here, this surface has gone towards it. So it is identical to the convergent movement. Okay, it's identical to the convergent movement. So let's come to here. So once again, here also you can see a convergent movement. See, let's come way back to here. And okay, over here, when you observe it over here, see, now this particular surface has moved to that direction, and because of that you can see that small bit of an opening can be observed within here. It's because now during the motion, now when I'm going to squeeze it like this, you know that these things are going to move like that. See, so because of that motion, my dear children, this particular surface is going to travel downward and this particular surface is coming upward. So this is identical to the slip movements then. They slide past each other to opposite directions. Then when I'm going to squeeze it like this, right, at this side, see, in here, and I'm going to squeeze it like this in here, can you see that? See, this particular surface, see, it comes, see, it comes towards my side, and this particular surface is coming to your direction. So this is a divergent movement, my dear children. It's identical to a divergent movement, right? Because this particular surface is coming when I'm squeezing it like this. See, when I'm squeezing it like this, see, this particular surface is going to your direction and this particular surface is coming to my direction. So it's identical to the divergent movement. So convergent movements, divergent movements and slip movements. So by doing this activity, we can clearly identify the three main types of tectonic plate movements, right? So I hope that you got the idea about the tectonic plates then. So let's head on to the classroom once more and we'll investigate the other things related to the lesson. So in here, my dear children, we are going to investigate how does a tsunami wave is going to occur upon an earthquake. So what I'm going to do is, I have several balloons with me filled with air according to three different volumes. So let's insert the first balloon. So you know that you can observe it very clearly when you compare the sizes of these balloons, right? The yellow color one has the lowest volume of air. Okay, so now I'm going to insert this yellow color balloon into this container of water, colored water, like this. Then let's pop it out and we'll observe how does the waves are going to occur within the container, water container. So observe how the waves occurred on the surface over here. Right, so you can clearly observe that the yellow color ball didn't give that much of a wave, right? I mean, like the wave which occurred within the tank was not that much big enough. Now we'll use the second balloon, the red color one. It has somewhat more volume than the previous. So we'll insert it like this. So we'll wait till the water is going to be steady, right? Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pop the second balloon like in the previous. Observe how, observe how the wave which was created. So it had even more, force. I mean, like the height which the wave went is somewhat even more than the previous, which means it carries somewhat more energy than the previous time. Now we'll use the third and the final, the biggest one of all, the green color one. So let's see what's going to happen in here, my dear children. Okay, so we have to be careful. Sometimes water may spill here and there. So let's see how does the wave is going to create in here. So as you can see here, the pressure which was created was big enough even to splash water here and there from the tank. It's because of the force which has got created upon the explosion. So this is how actually an earthquake is going to occur. Now because of the earthquake, the water or the water, now when you take the ocean, so the water contained within the ocean surface, that's how it's going to rise. So this rising of the waves is going to, with the rise of the waves, it is going to create a huge amount of a wave which is identical to tsunami waves. And the other point is that, my dear children, it carries huge amount of energy too. So because of that, because of that particular energy, what will happen? All the things which is going to come across with the wave is going to be devastated. And severe disasters may occur if, properties and other human lives are getting contact with these waves. So according to the height of the wave, my dear children, according to the amplitude or the height of the wave, soon the possibility or else the dangerous, I mean, like the, the hazardous nature of the wave is going to differ. So it is same as, or it is identical to the three instances which I have used over here. So according to the power or according to the strength of the earthquake, right, the wave which is going to create, the tsunami wave which is going to create, the energy which it is going to carry is also going to differ. If a larger explosion with a larger earthquake, right, is going to occur within the deep sea, then the wave which is going to create is going to be high. So in that case, my dear children, severe disastrous conditions may occur, right? Sometimes, even though the earthquakes are going to occur, we won't be able to feel, or there won't be any tsunami waves which is going to occur. It's mainly because now at that time it's not big enough to create a tsunami wave. Okay, sometimes, my dear children, these earthquakes might occur very deep down in the sea. In that case also, right, these ripples will not occur, or these ripples will not create tsunami waves because of the deepness, right? So we have investigated the we have investigated the occurrence of tsunami waves, my dear children. So I hope that you got the idea about the tsunami waves. So let's head on to the classroom once more and we'll identify the other contents in the lesson.